We back. What a Saturday that was. And we'll go through the events in order that they occurred. So City, Liverpool first, Newcastle, Chelsea, and then Brentford and Arsenal. So going into the City, Liverpool game, Trent Alexander-Arnold's brilliant goal stole a point for Liverpool in the dying embers of the game. City took the lead through Haaland, which, by the way, is his 50th Premier League goal. He only joined last season. He's the fastest player to ever reach this milestone. This man has 50 Premier League goals in 48 games. That's about more than a goal a game. That is insane. I thought this wasn't the Farmers League. But Liverpool held on. City failed to take some of their chances. To be fair, in this game, there wasn't a lot of clear-cut chances. You can blame the early kickoff and the international break for that. Players were not at the levels that they were supposed to be. But Trent's amazing goal in the 80th minute secured a point for Liverpool. And the celebration to match was even more beautiful than the goal for me. City did have a goal disallowed after Manuel Ikanji was judged to have fouled the keeper, Alisson Becker, and then Ruben Diaz tapped it in, and VAR confirmed the ref's decision on the foul. Listen, I think with this one, keepers play with their hands, right? Keepers play with their hands. So if you obstruct their hands, especially in the box, it's a foul. It's the correct decision. And if it was anywhere else in the pitch, if it was any other player as well, it wouldn't have been. It would have been fine. But these are keepers. And keepers, yes, they're overprotected, but this is a foul. So no complaints there. I personally think Jeremy Doku was man of the match. Anything that City tried, it came on the left side. And again, targeting Liverpool's right side of defense as an identified weakness. I think Mo Salah had a very poor game. I think Nathan Ake did a great job of man marking him as well as getting the assist. And once again, the goal came from Liverpool's right side of defense after an Alisson mistake. But it's just a mistake. These things happen. He just slipped while trying to release Salah for a quick counter attack, and we've seen that work many times, even last season at Anfield where Salah scored. So we really can't blame Alisson for the slip. I think Núñez was poor. He somehow can't replicate his Uruguayan form for Liverpool, and he gets caught offside so many times and he can't sort his feet out. But I think not the most entertaining game, but it was a decent start. Now on to match of the weekend, where Newcastle absolutely demolished Chelsea, gave them a reality check. Sterling hit a beautiful free kick, to be fair, some consolation. A free kick which I believe he actually manufactured by himself. I don't even think there was a touch on him, and Trippier got a yellow card for that. Yeah, I think he engineered that one. He bought it. But he scored anyway. But at the end, it was Newcastle's game. They just were too much for Chelsea to handle. The pressure that they applied, the high press, the energy levels, they were so refreshed. Thiago Silva struggled in the game. He created the error that led to the goal, well, the third goal, which effectively killed the game. And you could also see that he was kind of struggling in the game. Reece James then all but sealed it when he got a red card. Stupid decision. I think although it was soft, you can't touch a player who's went past you while you're on a yellow card. The first yellow card was for time wasting, by the way. I know, kicking the ball away. Essentially the same thing. But yes, both of them stupid decisions by the Chelsea captain. And in fact, Chelsea have now only won 5 of their last 25 Premier League games. And that is a 20% win rate. And they've only beaten Spurs as the notable opponent there. It's Bournemouth, it's Fulham, it's Luton, it's Burnley. Wow, and we thought Chelsea were back. Chelsea was celebrating drawing against Man City like it was the start of a new beginning. But once again, they've been given a reality check. Long way to go. It's almost as if Chelsea just huff and puff but never seem to get a good run going. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. I mean, they're still lingering around the 10th position. So actually not really something that's impressive from Pochettino's side. And they're still in a period where they have a quite difficult run of fixtures. So good luck. And then we end off at Bramall Lane, where Kai Havertz secured the 3 points for Arsenal in the dying embers of the game to send Arsenal to the top of the table. A perfect day for Arsenal. They literally prayed for a draw in the Man City versus Liverpool, and they got it. And the points were there and the first position was there for the taking. But I just want to shout out Mikel Arteta. Absolute genius. He brought on Kai Havertz, and then 10 minutes later, Kai Havertz scored. I think Arteta has influenced Arsenal's game so much in his previous matches and in these sort of matches where he makes the correct substitutions. If you remember, he literally did the same thing against Chelsea when Arsenal were trailing and he brought on Trossard. It's the same goal. Saka with the assist at the back post, even though he had a quiet game. But wow, Arsenal do it again and they get a last-minute winner again. I was a little bit disappointed with Brentford. I thought they'd show more of a fight, more of effort, try to pin Arsenal back, especially as the home team. But it was clear that they literally were going for the point. They didn't take their chances. Ball was cleared off the line a couple of times. But here, Brian Mbeumo, you have to pass the ball. If you look at it, Ramsdale gets dispossessed by Wissa after taking his time on the ball in the box. The ball falls to Mbeumo. Mbeumo has on the near post a keeper to beat and Gabriel, and Rice recognizes the danger and the angle and then goes to cover the far post. Brilliant decision by Rice. He clears the ball off the line. That's what 100 million gets you. What a signing by Arteta. But Brian Mbeumo, the better option was to pass the ball. As the other player was in a better position, he would have had the larger frame of the goal to aim for and not just one angle. Mbeumo literally had one angle where he could score, and that was the far post, but Rice had that covered. So you pass the ball and the other player who's in a better position has a bigger target to hit. It's as simple as that. And as we know with football, if you don't take your chances, you will get punished. But that Ramsdale performance was not good. Blame his confidence being down on Arteta because he's dropped him. He's made him doubt himself, making him feel like he's not the number one. And we know that usually in clubs, keeper is the most stable position. So he's created some competition and it's going to have both keepers shaking. Just to quickly touch on the goal ruled out for offside by Arsenal. In this situation, you can see Gabriel Jesus, who was initially onside, then headers the ball at goal. Keeper makes a save. It falls to Trossard, who then scores on the rebound. It's offside. The reason is that you look at this from where the ball is. Since there's no more defenders, so there's no last defender to look at, we have to look at the ball. It's a goal only if you are behind the ball. So if he was to pass it, Trossard would have to be behind the ball. And that's why the measurement is not with his leg. The measurement starts from where the ball is. And because the keeper saves it and it's a rebound, the initial action is considered the initial header. So when Gabriel Jesus headers it, that is where we effectively deeming the ball to be played, not the rebound, because that doesn't count. Yeah, but with that being said, perfect day for Arsenal fans. What an amazing day for Arteta in his 200th game. Trust the process. Arsenal are top, and this is what you get for trusting the process. But quickly, let's talk about Kai Havertz. Wow, he's scored, and it's not a give me penalty. I'm sorry for you penalty. He's been victim to all that online abuse, all the memes, all the mocking, and he's finally got a good goal under his belt, and that's more than some people we know. Wow, what a Saturday in the Premier League. Arsenal, obviously the big winners. Spurs and Villa up next. Man United are going to Everton, and it's going to be a very toxic environment at Goodison Park, as Everton obviously are angry at the points deduction for breaking FFP. Luton got another significant win today to put them out of the relegation zone. And I just start worrying now for Burnley, who couldn't hold onto their 1-0 lead for the final 10 minutes. West Ham came back and actually won the game. I start worrying now for Company. He might lose his job. I don't know how much grace Burnley will provide him. Maybe until halfway through the season, we'll see. But they need to start picking up some wins. With that being said, that's it from me. I will see you on the next video.